Welcome to the Hope Story with World Renew Kenya. World Renew, living justice, loving mercy, serving Christ.
Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm joined today here by one of our clergy and very key person in our programming around the youth and the teenagers and the children that we have been running across most of our partners. Welcome so much, Mchungaji, and
Thank
pleasure to have you.
Pressure too.
Please, may you have the honor to introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Reverend Wilson Karani Kiredi. I am a clergy in the ACK Diocese of Mount Kenya West, serving in the Archdiaconate of Narumoro and in St. Philip's Narumoro Parish. I also happen to be the program coordinator, the youth running clubs in the Diocese of Mount Kenya West.
You mentioned that you are the coordinator for the YRC program.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about this program?
Yeah, thank you so much. The youth running clubs, or rather the Vijana Ajibika, as we call it in the diocese, is a program which is designed to help the teens, especially the ones whom we deal with from 8 years to 16 years, focusing to help them to be responsible people in their lives.
My name is Metrin Lubanga. I'm a program coordinator for the maternal and newborn child health and adolescent reproductive health. And as well, I'm a youth running club coach. The youth running club is a formation of youths who come together purposely to understand who they are and what values they have. And maybe giving a short brief of how the youth running clubs came about. In our project, there is an aspect we look at to see to it that we reduce the number of teenage pregnancies in the community that we are working with. And so as a solution to this, we adopted this youth running club curriculum to be able to teach these youths through it, so that at least, as I mentioned earlier, that they will be able to know themselves and know their values. It will be easier for them to understand that this is the way to go and not the other way around. So it will refrain them from doing acts that will lead them into the child pregnancies.
Initially, this program we piloted, or rather we went for benchmarking from Tanzania because they were running the same program. So we went there to benchmark so that we may introduce it here. So when we came here with a group of other committee members, we call them stakeholders, we looked at the program or the curriculum which they were going through, and we put it in our context. At the beginning, we had that book, the syllabus which we were using, which had a number of 22 lessons. So we went through the 22 lessons to see how they can fit in our context, because we understand now Tanzania and Kenya, those are two different contexts. So we had to put it in our context so that it may fit the people or the children whom we were to help.
Part of what ADS Pwani does is actually the MNCH program, as you mentioned earlier on. Why youth running clubs in an MNCH context?
In that, I would say we are implementing this project in the second phase. There was the first phase that was done in 4 years, and the outcome, or rather the results that came about this first phase, are what brought into having now these youth running clubs coming in, because it's so to it that there were increased number of teenage pregnancies within the community. And so just a thought, how would we address this as an option to see to it that there are lesser or reduce number of teenage pregnancies.
Yeah.
And not just teenage pregnancies, we also have issues to do with early marriages that these youth running clubs are also able to address.
Yeah.
So it was a result of the results that were there in the previous phase that brought about us coming with the youth running clubs that they can be able to address the aspect of teenage pregnancies in this project.
Listening through your conversation leaves me wondering, do you think what makes YRC or the youth running clubs relevant in your communities or the church in this context?
Yeah. So the youth running clubs, it is unique and it is more engaging. You see, it has incorporated games because the games is one of the key goals in that curriculum.
Oh.
You see, it focuses in 4 areas. One, it is building self-esteem, setting goals. The other thing is dealing with trauma, and the last thing is to help them to have a lifelong discipline through exercises. You find that children like playing, and when they are introduced to this, they have that urge to attend these lessons. I may also say it is relevant because being done in the church context, and the lessons are drawing them closer to God. It is relevant because we are extending the mission of the church. So through the program, we are continuing with the act of witnessing. So it is the church. We are doing what the church is doing now in another fashion. So we are extending the mission of the church.
It is really relevant to the community because one, we are looking at improving or rather contributing towards improved health and nutrition of the community through the beneficiaries that we are having. So in the youth running club, in the curriculum that we adopted that we are using to train these kids has got topics that are tailored towards these health matters and nutrition as well, as much as we have the impact of them being able to know whom they are. So the impact that it brings to the community, one, it's able to promote that aspect of health because there is no health without good hygiene. And so these kids are taught also on good hygienic practices during their lessons in school. And also we know that when we touch on health aspect, we also have issues to do with exercises, which are relevant for our bodies and for the good health. So in each and every topic after we've done any topic that tailored with the exercises that these kids are able to learn, and they are useful for their bodies. And maybe to mention a very important aspect is that even as we cover these topics, each and every one of them is also drawn from God's word. And we know that God is supreme and He's the creator of each and everything. So when they get to grow in the fear of the Lord, they are able to grow in the ways that God has purposed for them. And getting to revere Him for in each and everything they do will tend to make us believe that they are going in the right direction.
What would you say is part of the transformation that you're beginning to observe in the kids, the 40 or so kids that you've already had in your clubs now for?
Yeah, so when you get to engage these kids, one of it is you will realize there is that build up of confidence amongst these kids. And we did some sensitization to teachers, the clergy, and the administration in the community that we are in. And just as part of the follow-up in their schools, I got a testimony that really touched me, and it gave me the motivation to continue working with them, because the teacher says that part of the pupils that are in the youth running club have indeed gained confidence even in school, because yes, they were leaders, but it was difficult for them to stand before the school and address the fellow pupils in front of their teachers. But as per now, there is that change. And again, even as we learn the different topics in the youth running club, part of them is also tailored with what they are learning in school. So it has also improved their performance.
Do you think there are real-time problems that the society here and the church here faces as far as the children are concerned that would make a parent say, I think Vijana Ajibika is the solution to those problems?
Yes. Thank you. From the testimonies which we have gotten from the parents,
Yeah.
they attest that the program has come at the right time.
Mm.
You see, in the program has covered all the areas in our diocese. Our diocese covers the whole of Meru County, part of Laikipia, and part of Meru County. So in those areas, we can see there, especially the areas we call those areas KNE, there are school dropouts. There are teenage pregnancies. For instance, one last year we visited one home at Moira, where they have children, teenage parents. They have got pregnant when they are in school. So we visited such school, and we were telling our children that these children who are here are just the children like you, and what has happened to them can also happen to you also. So others are areas where children are dropping from school as a result of drugs, such. So other areas are irresponsible behavior, like we may not say much in stealing, like tabia zingine kama unaona unatumwa hauendi, such things. But now other things like to know what they are supposed to do, even the simple tasks, for example, making their beds, brushing their teeth. There are lessons like taking care of oral hygiene and brushing their teeth. So after becoming responsible, the parents say, my child, since they started this program, they have changed. After eating, they correct the plates, they go and wash. But before, they must be told, pick the plates, pick the cups, and if they pick, they just put them in the sink. They wait for their mother to
come and clean it.
But the parents now are attesting. Nobody is telling them to pick them. Nobody is telling them to wash them. So life has become easier. Parents are not complaining. Parents are not telling them to bathe because they can tell themselves to do such. So the program is of great benefit.
My name is Venerable Canon Gerard Murithi, and been working as the administrative secretary in the diocese for many years, until early this year. But I've been involved in the program for the last almost 3 years, and we have worked well in the program towards assisting our youth. We are glad when we look back and see how many young teenagers have benefited from this project, because initially the church was using Sunday school as the only avenue of dealing with the kids, and this was only maybe a Sunday exercise when the children went to church in the morning, but they were taken through the Sunday school syllabus, but they had no one to train them on life issues.
We wanted to fit for that program to fit in the church, because we are doing the program in the church. So we wanted the learners to understand that it is a church context. They are running because the curriculum itself is integrated. There are things that they run in school, also they are integrated in the curriculum. So we made sure that the curriculum had Bible verses, every topic. Even if it is not Bible related, we searched Bible verses which were relevant to be put in those texts. And we also in certain prayers, every lesson there was a prayer, so that after the lesson they pray, and this teaches them that prayer is part of life. They should pray always, as the Bible says, pray without ceasing. So we went through that curriculum, and since 2022, many of the clubs had done that curriculum or that syllabus more than twice, others thrice. Luckily enough, recently we have been introduced to another curriculum which is more now broad than the one which we had. Current one has 26 lessons. Some of the lessons which were in the first curriculum are also inclusive, but now in a broader perspective.
They have learned a lot about taking care of the environment, taking care of their health, responsible relationships, and we can attest that most of our children have benefited from this project.
You being part of the very core team that developed the curriculum, contextualized the curriculum.
Yes.
What do you say about the curriculum and other clergy in the diocese or elsewhere who would want to adopt it?
We are glad that we have highly involved our clergy, because this project is implemented at parish level, and the clergy are the one who are in charge of these parishes, and therefore during the initial stages we invited the clergy, we synthesized them on the project and what it was meant to do to our young people, and therefore we brought them on board. And we also agreed they were to participate together with the coaches that we trained from every parish. We encouraged them to synthesize the parents of these children on what was required of them, and most of them took it very positively, and they have been involved in this project. They have also given us feedback, and during our follow-up meetings, we have realized that most of them are very positive and assisting. We have also learned from them that there are many other new things that children need to learn, and from there we have continually improved the curriculum that we have been using to train our young people. We have new lessons in the curriculum emanating from the coaches and even the clergy, where these children are even taught life skills that were not initially in the curriculum that we had started with. And we are very glad that our people have taken the Vijana Ajibika program positively, because they feel it is helping our children to grow. It is our hope that this will go even beyond our diocese, because we have neighboring dioceses, and we would wish that all those other dioceses, all our parishes takes the program, because it is very cost effective, because we are using the Sunday school teachers, and we are using the children in our churches, and also inviting others from other denominations to come and learn. The program is very cost effective, very little resources is required. Maybe the training of the coaches. If we are able to bring more people, the more will benefit. And we are looking forward to replicating the project in all parishes, We have also been in contact with our neighboring bishops who have shown interest in the program. We have introduced them to the curriculum, and we hope the project, the program of Vijana Ajibika, or this health youth club concept will be taken all over the region.
Thank you. One last thing. I realized you called it Vijana Ajibika Ministry.
Yes.
Unlike in the other places that we benchmarked, which they were just calling it a program. Why ministry, and what do you say to those who want to come and learn from you?
Yeah, we first of all welcome all who would have an interest in this program. And why we called it Vijana Ajibika Ministry is that we want to bring up responsible youth. When we talk of issues of discipline, because when we talk of relationship, we talk of discipline.
Yeah.
We want to have people who are disciplined. When we talk of taking care of our health, we need to be responsible of our own health. The word Ajibika is being responsible in English. So we are looking forward to having Christians who are responsible, because even through the program we are teaching the children on how to have a very good relationship with God and a relationship with others. You need to be responsible, and as you have a relationship with God as a Christian, you need to know what you should do and what you should not do. You also need to be responsible of the environment around you. When we talk of taking care of environment, you cannot take care if you are not responsible. You need to feel you are responsible with the environment. You need to feel you are responsible with your family. When you are dealing with the family members, if you are dealing with the classmates and the schoolmates, you need to be responsible. In every area, one needs to be responsible, and we feel that we need to bring up a responsible youth. That's why we are calling it Vijana Ajibika. We are calling upon each and every one of them to be responsible.
What is the hope of this program or this ministry, and how far have you gone towards that journey?
So as you have seen, we are calling it ministry, Vijana Ajibika Ministry.
Yeah.
And as we started, there were questions which were arising, and even some clergy were asking, has it come to replace other programs in the church?
Yeah.
For example, in our church we have breathing, we have cryo. So some were eager to know, is this program coming to eliminate or in place of other programs? But we told them no. It has come to strengthen them, to strengthen those programs, because you find that those children who are in brigade are the same people who are in this program. So the program, because it is a ministry, a ministry has no end. So it has to continue. As long as there are children in the church, as long as there are teachers in the church, the continuity is guaranteed. So we cannot say that it will come to an end. So maybe if there is no Sunday school, there is no this program. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
I would say personally, I have passion for the kids. That is one. And there is that which I was not told when I was young. That I felt if I tell this kid at their age, because we are dealing with the youth 8 to 16 years, and this came as a motivation when we were doing our training. I really felt like whatever this curriculum carries, if at all somebody taught me about this when I was that age, I would be a different person. So my passion is to see the transformation that will happen in these kids when they get the lessons from this curriculum. And again, the more interesting part is on the exercises. I love doing exercises. I'm a footballer, by the way. So it really motivates me when we are doing those exercises with the kids. And as well, knowing that it's also also going to help in my health, maybe maintaining the right weight that I would need to have, and keeping me away from any forms of diseases.
If we have institutions, churches that deal with children that would want to come and see what you do.
Yeah, they are open. They can come to us. We are located in Nyeri. Our offices are in Nyeri. As I said, we are in the diocese of Mount Kenya West, and the NDS. NDS is the development arm of the Anglican Church.
Yeah.
And so NDS, through the partnership with One Renew, we are supporting this program. So we are situated in Nyeri town, near the Nyeri St. Peter's Cathedral. And our scraps are scattered all over our Anglican churches.
For any church, I would say one, it is us, the church, and to take the responsibility of these kids. One, we should own that, because if we do not agree that we are the ones to be responsible in carrying out these exercises for these children, or rather engage them in such a manner that they'll be able to understand the value of whom they are, they'll get lost. And I don't know how the next generation would look like. So for us to get to save the upcoming generation, I would first of all urge the church to take it up so that they can be able to bring up these kids in the way that is supposed to be. And because we went for a training and came to train these kids, I would also just maybe say that it's important for them also to come get training. I would recommend they get trained from us. So that they can be able to bring it home, so that they can be able to train also the kids that are within their vicinity.
If you are in Nyeri County or the nearby environments and you have an ACK church around you, look for the Vijana Ajibika program and have your child enrolled. We are open to all churches, interdenominational. We do not discriminate. Have your child come, let them interact with the curriculum, let them be grounded and taught in a Christian and in the way of God, but also to acquire life skills that will help them to grow, to change their perspective about life, have a solid foundation even as they soldier on life.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
If you want to get in touch with the diocese and you want to come and benchmark on Vijana Ajibika ministry, please get our contacts below there. We are able to link you up with the diocese and you will see the amazing work that is happening. That is it from us today. Blessings.